my Jukenai podcast, and wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a fabulous day. And if you're seeing the show for the very first time and you like the show, please subscribe, like, and share, and hit the notification bell so when an episode comes out, you'll be the first to know. Well, guys, it's been bittersweet. I wanted to come to you guys yesterday, about my experience at the Miss Foundation Award and seeing Meghan, Doria, and Harry. However, I just thought that it was inappropriate for me to come out and talk about something when such a catastrophic thing occurred with Harry and Meghan. And I will talk about it, but I just don't think the time is right now. I feel like it's not a time to be celebrating. It's just absolutely not a time to be celebrating. And I'm just very upset. I just had to calm down because these people, just like myself, I was able to do a whole recording. These people were able to do recordings as well as take pictures. It was a whole sidewalk from the exit of the building to the sidewalk to their car. So that was a long walk that Meghan and Harry and Doria did, and it would give them ample time to take pictures so that they could sell. And what they wanted was not pictures. That's the conclusion that I came to. They wanted dirt. They wanted more information so they could put in their newspapers. They wanted to figure out where Meghan was and Harry was living while they were in New York. They wanted to, they wanted more stuff. They were out for blood, literally. And they will stop at nothing to get those information for them to sell newspapers. And what they're not realizing is that they're putting people's lives at risk. Harry and Meghan, they have children to take care of. And I'm asking people, where is their conscience at this point? Where's their conscience? Look at what happened to Diana. Of course, Harry and Meghan would be scared. And Doria would be scared. Because you don't know what is happening. New York is not Harry's turf. He doesn't know the city. Meghan is from California. They don't know the city like that. It's not their turf. So it must have been very scary for them. And just to imagine, as I said, their parents, they have 2 children. Just to imagine that Harry, in his mind, he, going through all of it, he knows how, he knows how his mother left this world. It was the result of a chase. So he must have been mortified. He must have been scared. And, we all see how Harry and William was raised. And I'm sure all of those things were going through their minds, thinking about, oh, I have, my children to raise. What who's going to carry on if I lose my life in all of this? Is it going to be the same outcome like how Harry was raised and how William was raised? So I could just imagine the turmoil in their minds and what was going on in their heads. And it was just an unnecessary dangerous situation that they put these two individuals through, the Sussexes through, and Doria. Unnecessary. It was just unnecessary because they had ample time to take their pictures. But all they were trying to do is figure, how is that going to help you to figure out, just to know, you want to lose, you want to cause people harm just to know where they're staying. Just think about that. Just think about that. Just to know where they're staying. And what else, what other photo are you going to get other than somebody coming out in a car and going into a building the same way that you got them when they were coming into the event and leaving the event? You got that already. Why press any further? It makes no sense. And these paparazzis that were down there, and if you guys saw the initial post that I posted with the face of Harry, I had mentioned how it was a frenzy with those photographers down there. They are very rude. They don't like Harry and Meghan. I'll tell you about my, conversations with them. They don't like Harry and Meghan. They say things to aggravate them, to get a response from them so that they can sell papers. And that's what they were about. They were about to aggravate them. And if people were saying Meghan was smiling in the car. That's what they were saying. The thirsty UK press, who literally did not get their coronation pictures, did not get Archie's picture for his birthday, and they're now out for blood. And they're saying that Meghan was smiling in the car. The thing about it is, you have to stay cool in this situation, and you certainly have to look unbothered, because what they're trying to do is to get Meghan and Harry in an angry position, to show anger so that they can use it against them. And that's what they were trying to do, elicit, negative responses. But Meghan is a smart person. She's very intelligent. She's beyond them. And she saw it, and she remained cool, and she kept a smile on her face, even though inside of her she was upset about the situation, as their spokesperson said. Well, they didn't say it, but they just, giving a description like that would be upsetting. And the people in them that, that were around them said they were actually nervous. If you're nervous, you're anxious, you're this, you're that, So she has to stay calm. She has to stay cool. She has to put a smile on her face, because they want the opposite. They want her to be angry, And then they're going to be like, you see what we said? You see what the royal family had to go through? You see the bullying that we're talking about? You see the other side of Meghan? That is what they're looking for. And they didn't get it. Because my girl, she got this. Braids. Okay? So, Maya Adams. One thing I want you guys to know, if you're not living in New York depends heavily on tourism. And Maya Adams is never, ever going to let the money that they're making off tourism get in the way of anything, even though somebody feels like their life was in danger. He's not ever going to get in, speak the truth when it comes to the money, the potential money, or the bad reputation that New York would get. Already New York has a bad reputation that New York would get once this hit the news, because Meghan and Harry, they're international. Everybody knows them. You just mentioned the name, everybody knows them. And by the way, some of the people in them that you saw that was crowding up there, they didn't even know what was really going on. They were just passing, asking people, and they're a bunch of tourists that were in New York living around the area in hotels. Then they pass and they're like, what's going on here? And people would tell them, I would tell them, oh, nothing. There's just an award show. And then some people would say it's Meghan. Then they would pull out their phone and they would look to see who Meghan Markle is. And they say, oh, that's her. And then they would just stay there. And that's why there was, a few people around. But it was only 3 of us that were there. And from the Sussex squad, 3 of us initially, and the rest of the people were photographers. And then the other people and them that came around is people that were just passing. And when you're in New York, you're very nosy. You don't need to know the person, but the fact that something is going on there, you're going to put yourself in line. That's how New Yorkers are. But anyways, going back to Eric Adams, he wants people, tourists, to come to New York, and he doesn't want them to feel like it's a dangerous place. New York is sometimes that way, okay? You just have to watch your P's and Q's in New York. But he's never going to speak the truth. And he wants to make sure also that he wins his next term. let's just be honest, Adams, okay? Is Adam or Adams? I don't even know his name. I'm not paying attention to him. Anyways, don't pay attention to anything these politicians say. But he is never ever going to allow the tourism money that flows into New York to decrease. Okay? And it's just interesting how people are. It's just interesting how people are. And the fact that Harry and Meghan are international, are renowned and well known, that would just not, cast a good light on New York City. So he's doing what you call cleanup. I'm waiting to hear the police report to see what they have to say. We're going to stay tuned. And, I'm just going to hold my... I'm just going to reserve some of my thoughts. I'm waiting to hear what they have to say before I cast further judgment. But I'm just telling you why Mayor Adams said what he said. Because he doesn't want the money that they make of tourism to be affected. That's the reason why he said what he said. Let's just be honest, okay? So, as I said, I have a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot, but I took, the footage that I took was very good. And footage that I took of Gloria Steinem was very good, and I'll show that, and some other people that I was able to get. That's why I said they had ample opportunities. If I get it, and I am not a pro, and I know nothing about photography, if I was able to get it, they were able to get it. But, okay. And lastly, did you guys hear me sounding crazy out there? I saw all the newscasts that I saw and the clips that I saw. I heard my crazy voice all over that is the only thing I could bring a smile to that was the only thing that could bring a smile to my face yesterday, was how crazy I sounded yelling out Meghan and Doria and Archie and Lily's name. I was listening to them, like my kids and them saw it and they said, Mom, what is wrong with you? Okay, but it's the Sussexes, they know that. And by the way, my children and them, huge supporters, and they know everything about the Sussexes. So that was like, they were like, Mom, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? And so on. But that was the only little laugh. But I said, I don't think it's appropriate right now to be talking about the event like this. Let things simmer down, let things simmer down, and then I will show you guys what I have and so on. But not good for New York City, not good for New York City. And I just knew it. I saw and these photographers that are down there, you can see them. They look like they're from the mafia. Very low life set of people. I spoke to someone, I'm like, how do you guys do this job? Just talking and talking and talking people. And I was speaking to one of them. They don't like Harry and Meghan. They don't like them, especially those from the United Kingdom. They don't like them at all. They had some negative things to say. When I was talking, I was defending Meghan, and they had some negative things to say about Meghan in particular, so they don't like them, and they're trying to elicit anger, rage. That's what they're trying to get out of Meghan, and they didn't get it. She stayed cool like a cucumber, kept her smile on her face, and nobody knows what is in here, and nobody knows what she's thinking up here. She's not giving anything. That woman is brilliant. She is brilliant. Okay? She's brilliant. She holds her emotions in, and they didn't get anything, because that's what they wanted to use. They wanted to see her like that. That's what they wanted to see her like, and they didn't get it. So good on. That's why we follow her. That's why we love her. That's why we support her. She's a good role model. Under pressure, she's able to rise, rise to the top. Under all that pressure, she's able to rise and demonstrate how you behave in situations like that. Meghan for president. What is it? Not this one coming, but the next one. Meghan for president. Okay, guys. So, love you guys. Take care. If you don't get a live from me for what I captured, I'm going to take my camera and my computer, everything down to somebody that I know that knows about that type of stuff, and hopefully they will show me again how to get this done. It might be alive. Promise you guys, you will see the footage of the great Gloria Steinem when I told her how I said to her, thank you for being Meghan's mentor. Leave it to me to say it. Leave it to me to say it. Leave it to me. I just say what is on my mind. I say what is on my mind, okay? And by the way, too, when Meghan came out and Harry came out, I was like shaking like a leaf. I don't even know how I got these words up. I was like so nervous because they were so close. They were just right there. Literally, you could touch them. Okay? So, guys, take care. I'm off to work. Thank God it's Thursday. One more day, Friday, and I get to stay home for today's